want to know how you're going to help single parents. I haven't had a boiler since before Christmas. I've only just got it fixed, and yet I still owe £3,000.
Oosh. Is that for the boiler itself, or just on your energy, Ella?
No, for the energy, for the electric, and yes, exactly. So it's a hell of a lot of money.
Oh, it's a huge amount of money, Ella. And is that because you didn't have your boiler working?
No, the boiler wasn't working, but I only had electric. So I want to know how you're going to help single parents.
Well, Ella, what we're going to do for you and for anyone is freeze those energy bills going forward. Because, Ella, I don't know your circumstances, but I doubt when you hear the energy companies and the government talking about £3,500 possibly for energy bills going up to £4,000. I suspect, like many, many other people, you shudder at that because these are huge, huge amounts of money, which is why we say under a Labour government we would freeze those prices. We wouldn't allow them to go up, Ella, because what you're already paying is going to go through the roof. And I don't know how you would cope with that, Ella.
I work full time, term time, because I've got a young child. Yeah. So I don't get paid that much.
Thank you, Ella. And it is just a reminder. I mean, I know politicians meet their constituents; they know this, but this whole country's hurting at the moment. Oh, and whether this might be too big for you or any party to sort out.
Yeah. Look, I mean,
in national government,
in terms of how it's impacting on people, obviously part of my job is to be around the country the whole time to talk to people, and everybody's talking about this because they're really, really worried. I also, when I was growing up, my dad was a toolmaker, worked in a factory, my mum was a nurse. We didn't have huge amounts of money, and I remember struggling with the bills and the telephone being cut off and things like that. So I know firsthand what it feels like to sit around the kitchen table and say, I just can't actually pay all this. And I know that millions of people are in that state of mind at the moment. They're worried sick. That's why I thought it was very important for us to have a very clear, simple policy. We'll freeze your bills. We won't allow that to happen, and we'll get oil and gas companies from their excess profits to pay for that freezing of the bills. It's simple, it's straightforward, it's a political choice. I think it's right that we do something about it because we can't just keep walking past.
Before the election, all the great things were said, and if I'm not confused, well, a promise to freeze the bills. How can we trust anything? This is the real crux of the matter. How can we trust anything that's coming out of Starmer's mouth? How can we trust this when he made all these promises and said that he would freeze the bills? He would eradicate poverty. He genuinely seemed concerned about Ella and her predicament. So, what I'm going to say is, don't trust every politician. Don't trust them. Those of you who believe that Labour is the way, Labour is for the working class, and that's what Keir Starmer tells you, well, don't trust it. It is